Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Amy from A Red Spatula, and I hope to answer all of your questions about how to make einkorn waffles. This recipe creates the perfect waffle. They're crispy on the outside and soft and tender on the inside. And they also happen to be really easy to make, and you can use them for meal prep. So as always, of course, don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss any of the new videos coming out. And let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, to make these waffles, I start by mixing together my dry ingredients. This is the einkorn flour, the baking powder, the salt. Mix them together and you're going to set this aside. I like to get all these steps ready, and then when it's time to make the waffles, they come together really quickly. Then you're going to separate out your eggs. I know that this is an extra step, but this is what really makes those crispy waffles. Then you're going to beat the egg whites, and after those are beaten, then you add your milk and your yolks into the same bowl. And I just use a whisk for this one. You can use the same beaters if you want, or the hand mixer, but I just like to do it with a whisk. And once that's whisked together, you're going to add your dry ingredients to this. Now, one key thing about creating this crispy waffle that's also really tender is not to overmix it. So you just want to mix this until the flour is incorporated. You're going to notice there's little lumps in it, and that's just fine. And then you'll add in your melted butter. You can use oil instead, but I love that butter for flavor. Once that's mixed in, the last step is we're going to fold in our egg whites. This is the method that my mother used growing up, and I absolutely loved it, so I do the same thing. Now, anytime you're folding in your egg whites, just like with any other recipe, you don't want to crush that foam that you've developed. You want to very carefully fold it in. Now, I took a little bit of time in the video to show you what this looks like start to finish. You'll notice that I fold a little bit in the middle, and then of course I go around the outside, and you'll see that it's mixed in, but it's not overmixed. It's still very light and fluffy. And then it's time to cook our waffles. Now, I have a waffle maker that cooks 2 waffles at a time. I absolutely love it. It's a Cuisinart. It takes 2 scoops of waffle batter for it, and then I cook on the other side as well. Now, another trick to making really good crispy waffles is to ensure that you cook these until they're absolutely golden brown. Don't pull them out when they're soft and still kind of white. Those will just make them soft. And this is what I love the color to look like. You can see it's a golden brown, but it's a deeper golden brown. And then, of course, if you don't eat these waffles right away, one thing that you can do is you can let them cool on a cooling rack. And then I like to put them into the freezer. Once they're frozen, you can store them in freezer-safe Ziploc bags. And then just pull them out, throw them into a toaster when you're ready to use them. Now, of course, if you want to eat them right away, my favorite way, it's boring, I know, and it's classic, is just plenty of butter. Obviously, you can see I'm not shy here, and then pure maple syrup. But obviously, there's a million different ways that you can eat these waffles. And I hope you love them. And of course, if you make them, let me know how they turned out.